Hello flutes and welcome to our guided music practice session. Today we are going to be practicing our high A flats that we learnt in Fortis. So you will need to have your books open at exercise 74 to exercise 79, where we will find our A flats. Today you will be successful when you can correctly identify the A flats in your music and the A flat in your key signature and how that affects the note. So whether the note might be an A natural or an A flat. We are also going to practice playing our dynamics in exercise 74, and they will be successful, you will be successful when you can hear the difference between those dynamics, the louds and the softs, and correctly say which is which. Name this one out loud. Forte. What does it mean? Strong. What does this mean? Hopefully you know that it means decrescendo, gradually getting quieter. This one? Piano, so softly. This is the opposite of this. So if this is decrescendo, this is a crescendo, gradually getting louder. Forte, strong again. Piano, softly. And forte, strong again. So from the beginning, we're going to sing and do the fingers with the dynamics. G, 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 F, 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 E, 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 B, E, D, 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 C, D, E, 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 B, E, G, 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 F, 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 E, 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 B, E, D, 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 C, D, E, E, E. Now let's check that you understand what all those things mean. Now let's go from the beginning one more time, singing and doing the fingers, and make sure you sing the dynamics. G, 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 F, 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 E, 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 B, E, D, 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 C, D, E, 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 B, E, G, 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 F, 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 E, 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 B, E, D, 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 C, D, E, E, E. Now let's see if we can play it. Do it one more time on your own, press pause and repeat as many times as you need to. Remember, tonguing all of the notes and trying not to breathe every single note. Now let's do the next song, exercise 77, our note A flat. Now we've played this in Fortis before, but let's check that we know what A flat looks like. Now let's say the notes and do the fingers from the beginning. A flat, 2, 3, 4, G, F, F, E flat, F, G, 2, A flat, 2, G, G, F, E flat, 2. And again, same thing. A flat, 2, 3, 4, G, F, F, E flat, F, G, 2, A flat, 2, G, G, F, E flat, 2, 3. Now pause here and practice that as many times as you need to until your fingers feel easy. Make sure that you know what your A flats look like. Now let's go from the beginning and play it together. Pause, repeat, and practice that as much as you need to. Let's move on to exercise 78. In exercise 78, you will see at the beginning that there are 3 flats. Let me show you. 3 flats. B flat, E flat, and A flat. So this means that all of these notes in the music will be flat, no matter where it is. So it's not just our low A flats that are flat, it's also our high A flats. If there is no flat symbol at the beginning, then we don't play A flat. So this is E, then F, then G, then F, G, A flat. See if you can pause here and say the rest of the notes. How many A flats did you just practice? Let's count. Hopefully your answer was 3. Now let's do the fingers and check how you went with your practice. E flat, F, G, 2, F, G, A flat, 2, G, F, E, G, F, 2, B, 2, E, F, G, 2, F, G, A flat, 2, G, A flat, G, F, E, 2, E, 2, hold. Excuse me. Now let's try and play it from the beginning all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause and practice that as much as you need to. Now let's do the next 2 bars. Notice how I didn't breathe in between either of those 2 bars or any of the notes in those bars? Let's do it again together, those 2 bars. Pause, rewind, and do that again to make sure that you're not breathing in between the notes. Now let's do the next 2 bars. Did you notice that those 2 bars were exactly the same as the first 2 bars? Now let's look at the last 2 bars, making sure that you're also playing that A flat. If you need to practice small bits of that, make sure you pause and practice those now. Now let's play the whole thing together with smart music. How did you go identifying your A flats and playing them correctly? If the answer was really, really well, then let's do the last exercise, 79, bingo. If you found that a little bit tricky, just pause and keep practicing until you feel more confident with those notes. Now let's look at bingo. You will notice that it is the exact same key signature as in exercise 78, 3 flats. So remember that means B flat, E flat, and A flats throughout the whole song. How many A flats can you see in this song? I hope you said 3, because there are 3 A flats all at the end of the second line. Let's sing and do the fingers the whole way through. B, E flat, E flat, E flat, B, C, C, B flat, E flat, E flat, F, F, G, G, E flat, G, G, A flat, A flat, A flat, F, F, G, 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 E flat, F, 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 E flat, D, B, C, D, E flat, E flat. Now let's play that all together. If you need to practice small sections, make sure you pause and do that now. Pause and practice that as many times as you need to. Now let's review. How did you go with your A flats? How did you go with your dynamics? Were you able to correctly identify and play all of those things in today's lesson? Hopefully the answer is yes. If you had any trouble or you need me to go slower in the next video, please let me know. Otherwise, keep practicing, send me those assignments, and keep up the good work.